Welsh sport, one jersey stands above all others. The coveted Wales number 10 shirt is almost mythological. With it comes exhilarating highs and the crushing weight of responsibility. One man has worn the jersey more times than anyone else, and he's familiar with both. How did this jersey change you, not as a player, but as a person?
I think it toughens you up pretty quickly, or you find out about yourself quicker. And I think for me, it was almost like a bulletproof vest in a way, in terms of me. When I put it on, it was like, it felt special.
What was the highest high in this jersey?
Probably across the road, actually. 2013, the atmosphere, the stakes, just the anthem beforehand, just England coming for a Grand Slam, us having to win by 7 or 8 points, I think, and ending up winning 30 points to 3 on just like the perfect day, really.
Biggar's style was more pragmatic than the legends who had gone before him. He polarised opinions and was subjected to more scrutiny than most. I think it's fair to say you copped a fair bit in your time.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
but joking aside, I mean, were there ever any moments in your career, in the quiet moments, where you thought, I can't do this?
I think it was in 2017 after we lost to Scotland up in Murrayfield, the first time we lost there. And there was a big sort of song and dance about had I overruled Alan Wynne as captain by kicking to the corner and Lee not kicking a goal, etc. I felt at that point, it felt personal at that point for me. I remember sitting in the kitchen with my wife Alex, and I said, do you know what, I just can't be bothered with this. So why am I putting myself through this to get this as a reward? Do I need this, and do I want this?
How do you characterise your relationship with Warren Gatland?
Look, Gat is a brilliant coach. I can't thank him enough for the success and everything he's brought to this country. But to say our relationship was a brilliant relationship would probably be untrue. It was a workman-like relationship, and we both benefited from having each other working in the same team type of thing. But there's certainly, you know, it's one of those where I feel sometimes that I could I have had a bit more praise? Possibly. Could I have done things better myself? And I think it's really important to say that I'm not the easiest person to manage either.
I just want to quote some of the things that you have said in your book back to you. You say, self-inflicted wounds are the WRU's specialty. And during the time of the strike before the England game a few years ago, you mentioned the contracts that were being offered to players were lunacy and farcical. What have you made then of the way that the game has been managed here, particularly in the last few years?
Oh, look, I think it's a soap opera, Welsh rugby, isn't it? And there seems like there's something different every year or every season or whatever. But you know, clearly at that point, the boys and the team had felt that there was probably enough is enough. The contracts boys were getting were just, you know, ridiculous, really, off the back of finding a huge amount of money to sack a load of coaches and bring new ones in, and that's fine. But you can't have it both ways and say that there's no money in the tills either, sort of thing. So it was a turbulent time, really tough time. I think it's just important that Welsh rugby, certainly now the place it's in, needs to just concentrate on getting better on the field, which will help everything else off the back of it.
But whatever the future holds for Welsh rugby, Dan Biggar won't be a part of it. After 15 years, 3 Six Nations titles, including a Grand Slam, his work here is done. Matt Southcombe, ITV News.